Welcome everybody back on this fantastic Friday to another episode of Brunch with the Fellas, bringing you the latest trending topic news and entertainment. I'm Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, always with me Primo Grande, the one and only Cold Seasons. Peace, how you feeling, cuz?
Feeling good, man. Good Friday. Well, it ain't Good Friday, but it's a good Friday. So I mean, I'm all right.
Yeah, all right, that's right. Any Friday is a good Friday if you get them though, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you
Definitely.
when you stop getting them, that's the problem.
Ain't that the truth? We keep on getting them. I drink to that definitely. Um, Man, we got a good show for y'all. It's a lot going on out here. We got a lot going on out here, these mean streets of life. But before we get into this tonight's topics, y'all, make sure to head on over to www.bksoulfarm.com and pick up your copy of 1016 160 Self-Sustainability by Ali Dawood L. You need to have that springtime for all the times. Bunch of great information. Go cop that. Link is in the description, y'all. Um, and then also subscribe to DB Chef TV and win $100 cash, y'all. You support us, and we appreciate you and love you for that. And so we want to give something back. We want to share something with y'all. So when you go and subscribe to at DB Chef TV on YouTube, you put your name in the hat, but you got to be a public subscriber. I have to be able to go into my YouTube and be able to see you. So if you have a private subscription, please still subscribe, But in order to get the money, we got to know who you is. We want to verify you because there's a lot of crazy things going on out here in this world. And we just want to make sure we get you paid and appreciate you for rocking with us. Let's jump into these topics because we got a lot going on. So we're gonna head to Hard Rock down in Fort Lickadale and see what's going on with rappers Offset and Lil Tjay had a little gambling debt or something like that, and it turned a little violent. So we're gonna see what happened with that. Then we got Diddy files an appeal. His attorneys filed an appeal for a possible early release. So we got something, we're going to go talk about that. Then we have First Lady, Melania Trump, Donald Trump wife, y'all, denies any connections with the Epstein situation, the Epstein drama. Because it's a lot of people names that have been coming out and things like that. So I don't think it's the last. I think they got a whole bunch more files to release. Then we're going to head out to Cali, kick it on the West for a sad story where a California deputy was tragically killed in a shootout. But we're going to go and check that out. And then me and Cole C's, we're going to have a conversation. The victim versus the snitch, the breakdown. We're going to talk about it, because there's a lot going on. We got a lot that's going to come with that. So y'all stick around for that. And let us know what you think in the live chat. You can chat with us live on the comment section below. And don't forget to smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Smash that like button.
Let's go.
Police say rapper Lil Tjay ordered people in his entourage to attack rapper Offset outside Hard Rock Casino. A fight in the Valet area ended with Offset shot and rushed to the hospital. CBS News Miami's Larry Seward is your reporter live in Hollywood where Offset is being treated. Larry, he is expected to be okay, but we still don't know who shot him.
Naja, Lil Tjay told me himself that it is crazy to think that he shot Offset, who at last check is still here being treated nearly 24 hours after gunfire, someone opening fire outside the Hard Rock Casino in front of the surveillance cameras.
In Hard Rock Casino's driveway near the valet stand.
Gun violence here in the casino in Hard Rock.
Cell phone video shows a man on the ground as police struggle restraining another man in handcuffs.
He's still going, he's still mad.
Investigators say the man down is Kiari Cephas, a rapper known as Offset, a former member of the group Migos and rapper Cardi B's ex-husband.
See, I heard that was wrong. I think they said that was, I heard, Seti Nash be having all the info. I heard him say that was Lil Tjay that was on the ground laying down. That wasn't Offset.
That's what I think that was a mistake then.
Yeah, because the news said it was Offset. Who was
Offset got shot, right?
Yeah, but right here, they saying that's Lil Tjay knocked out.
Okay.
That's what Seti Nash said right there. He said that's Lil Tjay knocked out. They say Offset already in the ambulance, in the ambo, getting medical attention. But you can't really tell this stuff, so you have to talk to somebody who was there.
Yeah, maybe some more cell phone.
But I do see this right here. Whoever's laying right there got on shorts.
Right.
Offset had on pants.
Did he?
Yep.
Okay.
So whoever this person is right here is stressed out. I don't know. It looked like the popos got him down. I ain't gonna say that the person that they restraining, the other officers restraining, is the one who put them in that position. But
yeah, there's a lot of questions.
Handcuffs.
He's still going, he's still mad.
Investigators say the man down is Kiari Cephas, a rapper known as Offset, a former member of the group.
He said the person down was rapper known as Offset.
Seminole Tribe police blame this man for the attack.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. The news got it wrong.
Okay, the news just said the man that was down was Offset. So you saying the man that was down was TJ?
It was Lil Tjay.
Okay. Let's see what they got to say.
Merritt, a rapper known as Lil Tjay. Investigators say casino surveillance cameras show Merritt in a vehicle near the casino's doors at 7:22 Monday night. Police say he pointed out Offset. Then Lil Tjay allegedly ordered men in his own entourage to attack Offset. Police say one of those men pulled a gun, then squeezed its trigger. TMZ photos show Offset on a stretcher wounded. Paramedics took him to a hospital with non-life-threatening wounds, but the shooter is not in custody. Tuesday morning on social media, Lil Tjay's lawyer posted a statement addressing what she calls false rumors that Lil Tjay was involved in a shooting. She explained that Lil Tjay was not shot nor charged with shooting Offset. After bonding out of Broward County's jail, Lil Tjay spoke with CBS News Miami.
Did you shoot Offset?
Did I shoot crazy?
They're saying you were disorderly. Outside the casino, there's a fight near the valet.
Offset, he would never play with me like that in his life.
Does somebody owe you money?
Ask Offset.
He owe you money?
Ask Offset.
Do you have issues with Offset?
Hell no.
What happened? He's in the hospital right now, but he's okay.
The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that nigga shot me. That shot me. La la la. The rat, the cat, weirdos. Y'all in a good. You I'm walking on my car like.
What started the fight?
I don't know.
Offset's shooting comes less than 2 years after his brother and fellow Migos rapper Takeoff died in a shooting in downtown Houston. While Takeoff's accused killer prepares for trial, police have not yet named Offset's attacker. Lil Tjay says it was not him.
Did you ever say if you didn't give you your money, you'd get it back in blood?
Don't say nothing, bro.
Seminole Tribe police said several people in Offset's entourage last night helped him after the shooting, but those witnesses say in the process, Lil Tjay took swings at them. It is not clear at this point how long Offset will be in this hospital.
What you think about that?
I mean, I think it's very wild. Kind of like you kind of numb to the behavior where it almost seemed like it's normal for that, in that community. But I think Lil Tjay reaction kind of says that, it speaks a little bit of volume. He came across as, I didn't do it. At least I'm saying I didn't do it. And if I didn't do it, I might know who did it. but I ain't gonna say who did it. You get what I'm saying? He's not he ain't snitching. You know. So he's I think he know more than what he's actually saying for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know if that was him, if he got knocked out.
Yeah, the guy that got knocked out had on black jeans. TJ had on like some denim stone wash, almost like light colored jeans.
You could see all that? I couldn't make that out.
Well, when he was on the ground?
I could see shorts, and I could see short pants and some legs. But
yeah, but the jeans that he had on coming out of jail was so light that you still would be able to tell in that photo, I believe.
Nah, not in it's dim in the casino. It's a casino.
Yeah.
It's pulling into the Hard Rock. It's real cool though, pulling up in there, but it's not well lit, it's not bright. It's the intimate, the casino, like putting you in that little mood to go in there and lose your money,
right,
and get cracked like apparently Offset was doing. But this is crazy though. People really got, word is that Offset got a gambling problem. I'm not putting that on. That's allegedly. That's the
but that's been the word for years. That's been the word for years. So that ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new. You ain't putting nobody on blast, but you ain't snitching.
I mean, I'm reporting on the news. I'm not in the street. We get to. We're gonna get to that though. So
I should have had a bell every time. Ding ding. What I'm saying, ring the bell every time a situation like that come up. But
for snitching, right? But
yeah,
but that's what they said. I ain't putting that on him. He knows what type of problems he dealing with or vices he's dealing with.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, if you got a gambling debt or you're a gambler and put the debt on the end of it, but you also one of them people that talk shit and still you got to go out to gamble, somebody gonna run down on you. You know what I'm saying? So he may have owed a debt and not gambling related, but a person know that you going out here going to go spend all this money. You owe me 100,000 and you about to go bet 200,000.
Now for this situation, that can't happen though. For this situation though, he had already owed Lil Tjay some money. So like when you heard him coming out the courthouse talking, he was talking wild,
real,
But one of the things that he said was like, when the guy asked him, does Offset owe you some money or whatever, gambling debt? He let the world know that too.
Right. So if he owe him money and then he out there spending money and he know he there spending money.
Now I think they ran into each other. I think they just was running into each other.
Okay.
Like they both was out there at the same time.
Yeah, they both frequent the same thing. Bootsy came out the other day and said that he said that he be at the same casino all the time with Offset. He came out and said that the other day. So
Bootsy said he be at the Hard Rock too chilling.
Yeah, he said we be in there all the time together. That's what he said.
Yeah, so I mean, that's all. They ran into each other, and that's how that happened. But we got some prayers for Offset, prayers for Lil Tjay too, man. Prayers for Offset that if you got a addiction, family, you need to work on your addiction, man. Like you need to get it together. If you're getting shot, and reports confirm that he was not shot in the hind parts, like everybody was trying to say. He was shot in the ass. He got shot in the hip. But that's a problem though,
Right.
If anytime you're in the streets and you get involved in any type thing and bullets flying, people could possibly be dying. So, a freak accident is a freak accident. Being at the wrong place at the wrong time, that could be whatever God got for you. But
could be a wake-up call.
But having an addiction is something that you can do. You can change your habits, and you can apply that to other areas of your life too. And you can do something different, man. So that's what I hope for Offset, But then for Lil Tjay though, you gotta get it together, man, because we live in an era where y'all doing stuff like that, your homeboys pulling out pistols and stuff like that, then you know now you get all eyes on you.
Well, I mean, I think
You know,
rappers, especially recently, you know, they seem to be, and it's not just recently, but they seem to be like doing some overly dramatic dumb shit, man. And
it ain't no different. I ain't not even in Lil TJ defense, right? But it ain't no different from back in the day when if your crew got into it, you know what I'm saying, with somebody, and somebody wanted to box, somebody wanted to pop some shots. You know, somebody might want to box too and pop some shots. So it's really not different. That's the problem. Like the culture haven't evolved any, you know. So
yeah,
because
but
it's
you know,
still the same
it's
type of
like it's like
ish.
get them when you can, like you know what I'm saying, like that on site shit. It's on site. When I see you, it's on site. It don't matter where you at. A casino on the floor of a casino, bro. That's wild, man. That's some wild shit. I mean, I mean, innocent people could have got killed, man. You know.
Innocent people at the right, you know, strays could have went and hit. And that's why I'm saying to, you know, young boy, the young brother, Lil TJ, like, look, man, you know, like your people going, you know, y'all gonna be under surveillance now. You want to be hot.
Oh yeah,
Doing
the
stuff like that gonna get you hot, you
hottest
know,
thing out there.
for real. And then, you know, and that's not gonna it's not gonna be comfortable for you moving around, you know. So get to the raps though. You got a little something turned up right now, you know. Get to the rap, man. Capitalize on it. That's what we say. What up, cousin?
What up, cuzzo?
But yeah, moving to our second topic tonight, y'all. We got Diddy filing an appeal for a possible early release. We wonder they gonna let Diddy home early. What you think?
He might slide his way up out of there early.
A three-judge panel in a New York City federal court Thursday appeared skeptical as lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs argued to reduce his prison sentence. His legal team claiming the judge who sentenced him to 4 years back in October unlawfully punished Combs as if he had been convicted of the more serious crimes. Last year, a jury found Combs guilty of the lesser charge he was facing, transportation for prostitution, but acquitted him of sex trafficking and racketeering. The 7-week trial focused on so-called freak-offs, referring to Combs's drug-fueled days-long sexual encounters involving former girlfriends and male sex workers. When sentencing Combs, Judge Arun Subramanian said a lengthy prison term was still needed to send a message to abusers and victims alike.
The defense has to try to find a way to say this is not acquitted conduct.
A federal prosecutor today pointing to a flight from Cannes Film Festival where Combs allegedly threatened to release explicit videos of then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura before asking for a freak-off. The judges pushing back, saying it is constitutional for a sentencing judge to consider all of Combs's conduct when determining prison time.
Am I correct in understanding that we have this factual finding that we have 2 women who were plied with drugs to participate in this, and one of them became an opioid addict? And so doesn't that support the reasonableness of this, putting aside the violence?
The judges reserving their decision on the appeal for now. Combs, who has been behind bars at a low-security prison in New Jersey, did not attend the hearing today. According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, his tentative release date is in April of 2028.
Okay, so Puff ain't coming home till 2028, probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's not too far off. I mean, you know, he got the money. He still got money. He can still fight and, you know, supply his lawyer's lifestyle. But it's ultimately gonna be up to the judge, man. You know, so or appeals court or whatever it is. But if he come home, he come home. If he don't, I think whenever time he come home, he gonna hit the ground running. Either way.
Yeah, but what's wild though is, did you hear that stuff they were saying though? They was like, okay, he was convicted of buying male prostitutes with his girlfriends. Then
Right.
then they like, my man go tell Cassie, if you
I
don't,
release the tapes.
yeah,
If
like if you don't freak off with me,
Right,
that's
right,
wow.
right,
That's
right.
wild. Like,
Yeah, he was
is
definitely
that
blackmailing people.
jailable? Is that jailable though? Like,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
jailable. Why
Yeah,
is
that's
I mean, he was
that's
buying prostitutes, and I mean, they
so that's
male
that
prostitutes to
either
freak off
male
with
or
his
female,
girlfriend.
that's still a crime in
And
itself.
then
And then the blackmail, that was blackmail. He was trying to blackmail. If you don't do this, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean
that's
that's what that was.
crazy though.
So and then a lot of I
But
can't.
what would it done? Like, but I'm just like, what would it have done? Because we look how many people done made, like, so it's a difference from like generation before us, right? Okay. And then like our generation down, like this generation, the generations, everybody be having the pop culture, right? So, you got the jazz, and all that, boom, 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 and then you got the R&B, the blues, and all that whole scene. Then we hip hop. So like, if you look at that, Kim Kardashian put out a porno. I mean,
So one
it
of the
didn't
things,
hurt nothing with Kim's life. You know
no,
what I'm
it
saying?
elevated her life. It actually that was the door opener right there.
Who else? Paris Hilton did. I don't know why she didn't even have to do one. I think she just did one so Kim wouldn't top her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they got land, across countries. So I'm like, who else we got that dropped some sex tapes that the
Well, I mean,
love.
right there with Kim, Ray J. He was, it was the same deal.
Yeah, okay, so look at,
You
but
know.
and Ray never really had a
Um,
lot of hit records. He got some classics, you know what I'm saying?
what's the
But
girl from Love and Hip Hop that did
it's like he was
the whole
running
shower curtain thing? Same deal.
he was running that whole Love and Hip Hop situation though. Ray J.
Oh, but Ray J wasn't on Love and Hip Hop when that shit dropped. That was years
Which
later.
one?
When the Kim Kardashian and Ray J tape dropped. That was
Well,
the
of
one.
course not. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. It was like his career hasn't had it hasn't been a tarnish that has made their careers not still, stall their careers. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So I'm just like, so how bad is that if Diddy released, like, it's not like she doing like Cassie did a tape
because he blackmailing
who
her.
was somebody who wasn't popular, like,
Right, but he's blackmailing her. He's using the power. He's using the tape as leverage, as power over
to get her to freak off.
To get her to freak off and do whatever that he wanted him to do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a difference. Like Ray J and Kim.
Now, how many times you think he did that? And she was, because they even said, I thought it was corny that the male prostitutes came out and was talking, but like where we talking about snitching tonight. Stick around, y'all. Or victim, right? But they came out talking. So I think with them coming out talking, they exposed something that made Cassie look like she was, conducting her own meet and greets outside of when Puff was with her.
I believe that, and this is gonna be my own number. So I'm using the own number, not no research behind it. But I believe at least 65 to 70% of the people involved was willing participants at some point because they was around Diddy, they was around Bad Boy, and they wanted to live their life for a minute. Now I'm not saying everybody was, but I believe a lot of those people was. And just like you said, even the male prostitutes that came out was like, oh, this happened and that happened. You was a male prostitute. You did your job. You got paid. Go sit down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they were willing participants. They wasn't victims. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not
the prostitute. No, they was not victims.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit up there and say, hey, now the courts will turn around and say they were victims.
In my opinion,
because they were sex trafficked. But that's what they signed up for when they left the house that day. I mean, if
they ain't get them for sex trafficking.
Yeah, for moving people from if you go and pick up somebody for sex, for money, they can charge you with sex trafficking. Period. You see what I'm saying? Like,
it ain't that simple. It ain't that simple. It's like it's like if you fly somebody out.
Pick up somebody, fly somebody out. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
But you gotta go across state lines or whatever. You just soliciting prostitution if you're in the same state. But you gotta go across. In order for it to be fair, you gotta go across lines and be like something simple, like if I fly a girl out,
right? But you still can get state sex trafficking crimes. So regardless, you can still get sex trafficking crimes. Now, I think their sex trafficking crimes fall under when Diddy say, "Hey, Cassie, give these dudes some interviews."
I'm not going for the narrative, cuz he did not get convicted of sex trafficking for nothing. He got convicted. Diddy is locked up on a paying for on a solicitation charge. That's what on a very salacious. I think that's how they say a salacious.
Well, but that's the same thing. That's that was
charge, man.
But that was the same thing that
all of the
same thing
the
that
videos
they got Epstein on
Cassie in the behind, which was totally wrong.
They got Epstein on the same thing.
Condone that, but he was doing all that, and then now the stories where the judge was just like talking about just now, the appellate judge was saying how, we had two girls, the 50 Cent son's mother. Mm-hmm. Yes, and then Cassie. So when you look at that, you're like, okay, but they seem like they was willing participants. From all the stuff that I've seen, none of it seems like to me that Diddy was that held weight. Like, I'm gonna release a freak off tape if you don't freak off.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take you to,
and then I'm gonna give you some money and let you go shopping in Milan.
Yeah, I think
what I'm saying. Then I'm gonna let you take the jet to Milan and go shopping. Like,
I think there's a lot of people in that situation, in the situation of the Diddy thing, that was like I said, willing participants. Some of them got paid. I think Diddy and Biggie predicted it a long time ago. More money, more problems. If Diddy was, Barber Diddy that cut hair down the street and was doing the same exact shit, you know what I'm saying? People wouldn't have came out the woodworks to try to get paid off of it. I ain't saying he ain't do shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? The male prostitute thing is wild. The baby oil shit, the putting, that's another thing, that allegedly putting drugs in people's drinks and stuff like that. What up, Born? Putting drugs and people drinks and stuff like that. I think that's that's messed up. But I think a lot of people was along for the ride, honestly.
They was along for the ride.
Yeah.
They was along for the ride, the freak offs and everything, right?
Yeah.
I agree, fam, because it ain't no way. I'm just like, but do you think he should get out early though? Or you think he should serve some more time? You don't think he's done enough?
I think with a release date of 2028, I feel like this is the way I honestly feel about it. If he got a release date of 2028, and if his money can work him to get out before then, go for it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Go for it.
It's not his money that's gonna help him get out, because if it was paper that was gonna help him in the beginning, he wouldn't have never got in. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was his paper that got him into trouble, because when he paid Cassie that money real quick when she filed that lawsuit, that was 30 million real fast.
Right. But
also before that, he played himself by not paying her when he left her, when he stopped dealing with her.
See, my thing.
He should have broke her off. He knew all the stuff he put he knew all the fun they had. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have that much fun with no woman that you dealing with, and you don't set her up and make sure she's straight. You know what I'm saying? When you got it like that, when you live in that type of life. So, Diddy's not a player. He's not for real. Because Nah, Diddy not a player, man.
You know,
Because
I
if he
mean,
was a player, he would have made sure that she was right.
but see, when
You
I
know?
when I speak of that, when I say the money, I'm speaking of just, you know, his money long enough, and part of his money was fighting the battle. You know what I'm saying? It was fighting his defense in the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? So if he can spend more money in some kind of way, find a technicality or anything to get out of, go for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well, you know how it worked with the court, like with the appellate court, they don't even hear the case over. All they want is the case law on what you think went wrong. You know, what you think happened.
yeah, on his appeal.
So that all
Yeah.
they can do is argue case law and
Yeah.
interpretations.
Yeah, on
And
his
they
appeal.
already saying like, man, but they already kind of saying like, but he did all of this stuff. They still using the media stuff, you know, and some of the case stuff too. But they, you know, it seemed like that right there is still the tarnish. You know, they seen him kicking the girl in the hind parts all up and down the hallway of the hotel,
Yeah,
drag her
that
by
was
her
wild.
hair. I
That was
mean,
wild.
come on.
That was wild. All that was wild. But one thing about that, you know, I think he was wrong in so many ways, and in some of the stuff that he did. Like I said, I still think a lot of people was down for the ride, willing participants.
You can't unsee that.
But and then another thing that I am glad of, and it's not taken away from none of the violence that we seen on the tapes, from none of the drugging people. I'm just glad that in this situation there was no children involved. You know,
That's
like,
dope. But me too. I'm with that too. I'm with the Me Too movement on no children involved. We love the babies. But now when he come home, this is a question I got. When he come home, should Diddy be openly gay? And do you think it'll be a problem? Or should it be a problem? Or should it be people still walking around like it was before? Because I know one thing. Puffer was the most respected gay man that we seen in hip hop, because nobody ever was like out there with Puff like that. Like he's super gay. He does, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody never went in on him like that. It took this trial, and all I seen in the trial was just like, okay, so Puff is gay. Like, we know he a bad human being towards women. You know, he a womanizer too. He got some traumas, you know.
I mean,
but it's just like, but the only thing I seen like coming from it, now he gonna come back. Now you say he come back and hit the ground running.
He will.
Do you think now? Because I think that like the LGBTQ AI plus just got a stronger member. You know what I'm saying? Added to they, you know.
That's not going what you doing right. That's
party.
That's not gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna play out like that. I mean, when he get out, you know, part of his PR is he's gonna try to distance himself from anything sexuality. He's gonna try to distance himself from that.
He like that stuff. He not going.
Well, I mean,
it's not a crime.
It already played out in court. It already played out in the court of opinion. You see what I'm saying? So Diddy he's not gonna do that. He's not gonna be like, I'm back and I'm gay.
It's no more.
He's not
Welcome to the Freak Offs.
Nah, it's not.
Saturday Night Fever.
He's never. You know what? He's probably never even gonna mention that term ever again. You know what I'm saying? Because he know how much it cost him. You know what I'm saying?
But he keep a fly check though. He gonna have, you know.
He do, and the best bet for him to do is either to go ahead and settle down with one fly chick or one man.
That ain't what he like though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but what he likes get him incarcerated. So he has to change his behavior.
I think it's how he handled it got him incarcerated. It's not what he like, because I still think it's people out here that are I call them trisexual, because they, you know,
what trisex?
They try shit. I call them, yeah, they like to try shit. So you know what I'm saying? So they trisexual, and you know that's their preference, right? I ain't knocking it, but I'm saying I think it's still people that's out here that's living like that, but they just ain't kicking females down the hallway, you know, kicking women down the hallway, you know.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I'm saying? Like
whatever way he
threatening to
come
release
home,
tapes and all this other stuff, and they
whatever way
still
he come
having it
home,
their way.
whatever way he come home, there are still going to be willing participants, no matter what, because it's Diddy. You dig what I'm saying? It's Diddy. He got money.
Yeah,
And
he
that's
lose his bag though. That's a fact.
he ain't lose his bag. You know, so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if he coming home by 2028. Diddy be home by 2028, and he gonna have bitches at the gate. Period. You know what I'm saying?
That's horrible. Respect to the ladies. You know what I'm saying? It might not. It's no okay because that's what he might have at the gate. I hear they do exist. You know,
right?
It's called sexual seduction. Oh,
that's sexual extortion.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
Yeah, it is, man. That's crazy though. But sliding to this third topic, y'all. We got the First Lady denies any connections to the Epstein files. And we're gonna see what she had to say about that.
A rare speech from Melania Trump.
The First Lady is denying that she had any close relationship with infamous sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Local 10's Ross Ketchke is live in our nation's capital with what she's calling on Congress to do. Ross?
Good evening. This was a fairly surprising public address from the First Lady. We knew she was planning to speak from the White House, but we did not know ahead of time it was going to be about Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell.
First Lady Melania Trump fiercely denying any relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, saying her only interactions with the man who the world now knows as an infamous sex trafficker came at parties in the 2000s.
Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time.
The First Lady does appear in the trove of Epstein documents released by the Department of Justice, including this photo taken at Mar-a-Lago in the year 2000, standing shoulder to shoulder with her husband, the now president, as well as Epstein and his longtime accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell. The files also reveal an email exchange between Melania and Maxwell, something the First Lady says is not evidence of a close relationship.
My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence.
The scandal has rocked Washington over the last year. Women who were abused and trafficked by Epstein make
casual correspondence. Are we having casual correspondence right now? Would you consider this casual correspondence?
No.
What the hell is casual correspondence? That's a new one.
Yeah, I don't think I don't really know. Nah. I'm just a nigga that do brunch with the fellas.
Casual correspondence though, Negro. I'm trying to figure out what is casual correspondence. That's clever. I like that. Just a little casual correspondence. That's it. You know, gotta remember that. If you ever
who pointed the casual correspondence out, the news media or Melania?
I did. I pointed it out, because
no, I mean, excuse me, who said it?
She said it. That whoever wrote that for her, whoever wrote that, her response.
Yeah, you know, that's like alternate reality when they put that shit out there.
Casual correspondence. Yeah. So what was y'all casually talking about?
You know, and I don't know, casual correspondence.
Do you reserve casual correspondence for your friends? Your family?
What she means, I get it now. What she means is it was like we wasn't really friends, but we had each other email. We was associates somewhat. So if she texts me, I respond back, but I might wait 3 days later. Like that's not really my girl. Casual correspondence.
I mean, you just got her cleared. It sounds like you just got her cleared.
I mean, I think that's what she was aiming for once I thought about it.
Oh man.
I thought the casual correspondent was people in media that don't put on suits.
It sounds like some BS, cause that's what it sounds like.
Some bullshit.
Casual correspondence. What is that?
That whole thing's some bullshit.
That's
We gonna
slick.
get into it. We gonna get into it. What else they got on this? I want to hear the rest of this one. I heard the whole speech. I did. I seen it. Matter of fact, I watched it live.
Oh, you watched the speech?
Yeah, I watched the speech.
Yeah, I didn't watch the speech.
when she came out and started talking, I was like, you know, this some bullshit. And then when she got finished talking, I was like, did she really just do that? Honestly, that's just what I was like, you know. And I didn't see nothing genuine in it. I think that it's it's one of those get in front of some shit campaign because some stuff is about to drop that she knows about to come out.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, you know, I think
it's more coming on the first.
Yeah,
lady.
I think it's more coming. You know,
Oh, no.
It done ruffled feathers in the White House because nobody knew what she was going to do for real. And the last thing that her husband wanted was to bring this back up. You know, he put so much money into making sure that it didn't come up as frequently as he wanted.
You don't know that.
And now, yeah,
That's speculation.
That's not speculation.
Speculation. You
It's
don't know.
not. It's not. He didn't. That's the reason why we in Iran, because it is, honestly. You know, it's to cover it up, and because Bibi Netanyahu has the Epstein files, and he's dangling it over Donald Trump's head. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So that's what that's all about. So she came out at the wrong time, and I think part of her motivation is that something that's coming up that's about to come out. And then another one, I think that she realized that he may kick the can sooner than later, and she want to kind of
kick the can. Damn,
yeah,
man.
you know.
Hold on, so you got a whole conspiracy.
I got a whole
Donald
thing.
Trump kicking
I
the
got
can and
I got
Melania
yes.
being
I got a
back
whole
on the market. What's she gonna do? Okay, so if
well, and then the other thing is that she distanced herself from Ghislaine and Epstein. I believe Trump was Mr. Steal Your Girl. He stole her.
Steal Your Girl.
Yeah, he stole her from Epstein, but Epstein ain't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? And she went on over to the girl. She's a fraud, man. She been a fraud.
You talking about the first lady? Oh, you talking about?
I'm talking about the first lady.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think that she, and I'm gonna say it. I think that she has become the most successful hoe in United States history.
You found it.
Yes, that's how I feel about it.
First lady, we don't. We do not feel like that. We do not feel like that at Brunch with the Fellas. That you is the first successful.
I'm one of the fellas.
It is.
I'm one of the fellas. So 50. So 50. So not as successful as this. She came in here from Slovenia. You know what I'm saying? And reached all the way to the White House. That's the most successful hoe ever. And she came over here.
She came to Putin and them, man. That was arranged. Money married money, man. That, you know.
Man, that woman ain't had no money, man.
That's Putin little cousin, man.
She may be. She may be. So that's so that means that he's compromised by BB, and he's also compromised by Putin.
He's not compromised. Families been coming together, putting their wealth together and stuff like that. You know, they ain't even in her defense. Some of that stuff you said might have been true. I don't know, but I ain't disagreeing with you, family.
Rule number one is you don't turn
I'm just saying
into a housewife.
I'm just saying I ain't gonna put the first lady
White House. Yeah.
We don't know that. That's speculation. We don't know, how they
Bro, I can go Google pictures right now of Melania with her titties out.
So
no bullshit.
So, I mean, but you looking at like Trump, billionaire, real estate tycoon, New York guy, got him a Russian wife. You know what I'm saying? She a hot young thing. She probably younger than him by some years,
And what?
Like that's like a New York thing, man.
He married a call girl, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He married a call girl. He married a hoe.
I don't think he because unless if he was Italian, then his wife would be Italian, and maybe even if he was Italian, his wife might be Russian. You know what I'm saying? If his second wife, like
I ain't talking about where she from. I'm talking about what she do and what
She ain't nothing. What have you seen her do? She had them babies.
Bro, one baby. She had one baby. She had Barron. That was it.
That's
One
all it
baby.
takes.
That she had one baby. But she
That's
was a
all it
hoe
takes.
before she had that baby. She was a call girl. That's why she was out
Where
there with
she was
Epstein.
called girl in that. Where she was. Where could you?
All
Milan?
around the world. All around the world. We can pull up some stuff where she actually was on had call girl, like a call girl ad out, pretty much. No bull.
And you gotta pull that up, cause
No
yeah,
bullshit, man.
You know, I ain't gonna sit up here and let you do that to the first lady.
Man, look.
You know, I ain't gonna sit up here and let you do
Let
that without pushing back.
hey, you can push back. She been throwing it back for years,
man. We're not doing
she
that.
Been throwing she been throwing it back for years. You know what I'm saying?
You know, but if you got proof, it sounds like speculation right now. If you all you gotta do is pull the footage, or if you pull up a clip talking about you know, you say the call girl ad, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you got that, then you know we'll play that. But I ain't see that. I ain't seeing that.
You ain't seeing it.
I ain't seeing that.
Some things people don't want to see.
Yeah,
you know?
I ain't seeing that. I ain't saying you be able to pull that up. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no way, no how. Cause let's play the rest of this right quick while you pulling it up.
Let's go.
Making multiple appearances on Capitol Hill, pushing lawmakers and the Department of Justice to investigate how he was able to carry out his crimes for so long, all while maintaining friendships with some of the world's most powerful men. The First Lady now calling on Congress to have those women share their stories in a public hearing.
Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony.
And Ross, Congress is moving forward with its own investigation into Epstein. What's their next step in the process?
Well, there are still some more high-profile interviews for the House Oversight Committee that is investigating Jeffrey Epstein. Some of the next will include former Microsoft CEO Bill Gates, as well as current U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. It's also still not clear as of this afternoon whether or not former Attorney General Pam Bondi, who was fired just 1 week ago by President Donald Trump, will appear for her testimony on Capitol Hill, which is scheduled to happen this coming Tuesday.
Yeah, so and then another thing, you think it's a coincidence that the person that was in charge of the DOJ at the time, which was Pam Bondi, you know, that's at least 3 million.
I knew her name would
Epstein
twinkle your eardrums.
Yeah,
I knew
damn
as
right.
soon as you heard her name, you go ahead though.
No, because it's relevant. You know, she just lost her job, you know, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she
You know,
out of there.
and
But
then
Trump
all of a
already knew
sudden,
that.
Melania have this impromptu press conference that nobody know about, that they pretty much had said that they wanted her to that her advisors told her not to do it, the ones that did know about it, and she went out and did it anyway. And now Donald Trump is pissed off at her for doing it, for opening the door back up to that, and then saying that the Epstein victims.
You know, you talked to Don, you rap with him, and he said,
No, I mean, no.
she
I
shouldn't
mean,
have did it. He said,
no. So this happened, you know. So the press conference or whatever that she did, that happened yesterday. The news been going on. I mean, I do watch the news like everybody else. So I'm looking at, you know, sources that I don't have access to. I don't have access to the White House. But when you listen to Caitlin Collins and you watch these people, and they like, and sources from the White House correspondents, they're the ones that saying this. I'm not just pulling it out of the air. Like, I'm not just saying it because, you know, it's an emotional feeling. Like, I'm just saying what I actually, you know, what I'm actually getting.
Mojo Brooks say, I know you lying. You lying.
Yeah. I know you fucking lying.
I know. It is an emotional feeling. You liberal.
I know you lying. I know you lying. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not an emotional feeling. You know, so I'm just trying to give some of what I gathered, you know, from the airwaves throughout the last 24 hours about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, the airwaves did not say that she was the most successful hoe in the United States. They didn't say that.
I know you wasn't gonna find that. Like,
yeah, I
knew
said
you wasn't
that.
gonna find that.
I said that.
It's okay. You know.
Yeah. So
it's all right. It ain't no big deal. But But is this? I'm sure it's more to come with this whole Epstein files thing. But this is crazy how, we seen all the other names and stuff in it, but and then now we see, now even the president's wife, with all the stuff that has been alleged with him all up in there and everything, and
But she been in it from day
all the
one.
stories. Well, I'm just saying everybody has been in it from day one who was in it, right? But the stuff that's being revealed, when it's being revealed and it's playing out in real time, like we don't get to respond to it until we know, because we.
But right now, what the media is saying is where did this come from, right? Where did it come from for her to just all of a sudden just boom and then say we need to have the
they dropped some pictures. It was some photos or something that came
women.
out.
We haven't seen nothing. What new came out?
Yeah, it was the photos of like him and her. They showed it. They showed
him,
it.
her and Epstein, but them photos been out. Those photos been the photos with her and Epstein and all that stuff. And then to say I don't know these people. That's like me and you sitting up here on this podcast, and we done did several episodes. And then 10 years from now, I say I don't know Earl. I don't know Earl.
They had
I don't know Earl.
They had an email, and the email correspondence. That's why she was talking about the casual conversation. Like that's where it's like they had the email.
That email been out. Everybody has been like, okay, it is what it is. Let's move on to the next thing. I know. I follow. I pull the Epstein files up on my phone from where y'all can go check the files.
I ain't know that the first lady was emailing Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. She said, look, you look nice and such, blah, blah, blah. And then Melania said, hey, well, maybe we can get up together sometime. And she was like, and then Ghislaine curved her and was like, yo, I'm kind of busy. Just holler at me the next time you come to New York. And that was that. You see what I'm saying? So
it wasn't no more than that.
It wasn't talking about no business or nothing sexual or nothing like that. But the thing about it is she's denying the claim that she knows this lady when she has an email saying, hey, I want to link up with
No, she not. That's the liberal.
No, she not what? No, she's not what?
Not denying that she know the person. She's saying that she doesn't have a personal relationship with the person.
You got a personal relationship. She wants to meet up with her. The email says that she wants to meet up with her.
Okay, so look, so let's spend a little time with this real quick.
And they got dozens of photos together.
Hold up though. They only got one email, right? Most of the photos is with Trump too there when they're together. It's not like
she got photos alone with Epstein, where Trump is not in the photos.
But what I'm saying is they're probably there. Just if then the example you saying, if me and my wife and you and your wife, and we are both out somewhere, and then we'd be like, take a picture of them, take a picture of us, and then they'd be like, guys, get together so we can take a picture of y'all, right? Okay.
Right. But when these pictures span 10 years, when these pictures span 10 years,
in the same picture though.
Listen, that's a party. That's an outing. When these pictures span 10 years,
we could go to 10 parties in them 10 years, and that happened.
You really taking up for this bullshit? That's what you really doing.
I'm not taking up.
Yes, you is. Yes, you. No. You are making excuses for
I'm following your goalpost that you keep moving, because
how am I moving the goalpost? I never moved the goalpost,
because you saying that there were pictures with just the first lady and Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm saying they can. No, I'm stopping it right there, because the ones, even if they all there, that's fine. Like, even if it's individual pictures with just her and Epstein, or her and Trump, or Trump and Epstein and Ghislaine, and all four of them, like the ones they showed us. Then what I'm saying is that you could still go to different parties with your wife. Like, I could go with my wife and end up taking a picture with somebody else somewhere else off on the party. You know what I'm saying? And y'all still at the same place.
I get that.
So when you take the picture, it looked like you at a different place because you're in a different part of the party. What if you outside?
I get all of that. I get all of that. But when these people claim that they has been best friends for more than 10 years, you mean to tell me that Ghislaine and Melania was not in cahoots with each other when their husbands was best friends?
They don't
Come
have
on,
nothing
man.
else though. They don't
Come
have
on,
nothing
man.
else.
Come
though.
on. Come on, man.
They don't
It's
have
not.
they don't have communication like they was in cahoots. So what you saying is when they seen each other at the parties,
Okay,
that's when
so
they
so,
was that's
so
when they
let
was that's when they was getting together. Well, let me say this. If that was the case, that was smart.
well, so
If
check
that
this
was the
out.
case,
I'm
you
not
know, if
saying
they
I'm
was
not
gonna commit
saying
the
I'm not
crimes,
saying that. Listen, I'm not
if
saying
you
that.
saying that what they was doing was criminal when they was together,
No, no,
if
no,
they
no,
was
no,
gonna
no, no,
commit
no,
the
no, no.
crimes,
And
then
that's what I was about to say. I'm not saying that
that was
Melania.
smart
I'm not saying that
because
Melania broke the law in any kind of way at all. What I'm
okay.
saying is that is her denial is a lie.
And I'm saying she ain't denying because she admitted that she had casual conversation with them people. She admitted that she went to places with her husband where they was both invited and they went to several parties.
Listen,
So she ain't denying not knowing the dude. That's what I'm saying. How you getting that she denying that she don't know them people?
because that's pretty much what she
She's
said.
saying no, she's not.
That's
She's
pretty
saying
much what she said.
I wasn't cool with them like that. You know, like we
She said we
wasn't
crossed circles. We
buddy,
crossed
buddy,
circles
buddy.
in New York. We crossed
Yeah,
circles
like,
in
hey, let's go hang out. It looked like
Mar-a-Lago.
you tried, and you said Ghislaine curved her. So she tried to be cool with her, but you assuming the reason of why she curved her. But I'm just saying, like,
I'm assuming the reason why she curved her.
yeah, because you
I didn't
said
say why. I just said that she curved her. I didn't give a reason why she curved her.
yeah, but yeah, you did. Cause come on,
What I
fam.
say? What
You was
reason
talking
I
about
gave?
because she was a 304 and she was doing all
No,
this
no,
and
no, no,
doing
no.
all that.
You taking two
You
different
have to
parts of what
rewind
I'm
the
saying,
tape.
and you're merging them together. I didn't say because she was a hoe. I didn't say she curved her because she was a hoe. I just gave the scenario of what happened and said that she curved her. I never said why she curved her. I don't know that. I don't know why she curved her.
I know you don't know why she curved it. That's my point exactly. But you know, in the playback, you'll see and be like, "Oh, okay, I see." But whatever. She did not deny knowing these people. So that's what I'm trying to understand where you coming from with this whole narrative of she denying that she don't know them.
Because
She already admitted to knowing these folks.
Okay. So
and hanging out with them.
Okay, so let's put it like this. She's distancing herself from the full amount of how much she knew these people. You see what I'm saying? She knew these people, and it was not just in passing. It won't like that, you know. It wasn't. I refuse to believe that. I've seen enough evidence. I've seen enough evidence from the Epstein files to be able to put that together. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, absolutely.
You investigated the Epstein. Man,
No. Hey, look, man, I have common sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into like the whole, you know, MAGA rabbit hole type thing.
What'd you do?
Yeah,
nah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think that she was with Epstein first. And I already said that. You probably wasn't on when I said that. I think that she was with that Donald Trump was Mr. Steal Your Girl. Man, when I said that, Donald Trump was Mr. Steal Your Girl, and she was with him first. You know?
Yeah, but that's because you saying she was a 304. That's why she was with Epstein first. That's where I got that from. So
well, you piece some shit together then, because
that's how you presented it. I'm just, you know, I mean, let me know. I got you if you saying I'm misinterpreting that wrong. It's okay.
Yeah,
but
I said that she was a hoe from the beginning, and I still think she.
But see, that's
well, I don't still think she hoeing, but I, you know,
of course not. She the first lady. She don't have to do that.
She got to where she at. She not hoeing now. She pimping everybody else, and trying to believe that bullshit that she talking.
And she's the first lady of the United States, and you know, we should give her that respect, man. Like,
man, I'm not.
Whatever come out in the Epstein files, man, you know, that's what's coming out. They already said the DOJ already said
that whole cabinet can kiss
nobody for nothing else. They already said it. They not prosecuting nothing for nobody. So all I see is every time they drop a new file, it's just something for
more distraction.
Yeah, like something to just talk about. because
what we got next, man? Let's go into the next
because nobody's going to prison.
Let's go into the next segment, man. This shit right here. Man.
Nobody else is going to prison, cuz. Not even your girl Pam Bondi. I knew when they said her name, he was gonna be like, and that too.
Yeah, definitely.
I knew you was gonna come with that.
Definitely.
You know. When shout out to the first lady, man.
I'll be back.
You know. So we got California deputy killed in action. A sad story, y'all. It's kind of crazy. But definitely a wild one. And we're gonna go ahead and get into that as soon as cold seasons jump back in. Let's go to the comments real quick, y'all. See what we got going on in the comment section. Shout out Born Ready 718. Said, did she have a gang order? A gag. Hey, we talking about you probably talking about a gag order. And then he said maybe it works like casual sex. Yeah, casual conversation is like, I guess that's like casual sex. It really don't mean nothing. And we got, if you're not affiliated with them, why are y'all corresponding casually? Well, you know what? Not affiliated, you know, like people be throwing words in here though, but it's just based on knowing the people, you know. I mean, if we took it to something basic, like even in the streets, right? So like in the streets, you could serve somebody and you don't know them. Wouldn't recommend it, but you could though. And you could know them through somebody else. And you just meet them through somebody else. Like, hey, what you got, family? Oh, let me call my man. Now your man pop up and now they serving, but you supposedly you know them, right? So you casually serving them. You don't know if they the people. So, you know, pick your poison, man.
Where we at with it? I had to, man, my dog was outside
Pick your
screaming. I had
poison,
to let him
for
in.
real.
What where we at with it?
Situations. Turn your mic on, cuz I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, we ain't got you. I ain't got you.
What the hell?
Oh, hold up. I got you.
Oh, okay. You got me. You hear
For
me?
sure. Mic
Yeah.
check 1 2.
Yeah, man, I had to let my damn dog in. He was out there damn screaming and shit. HOA already messing with me and all that stuff. So I had to get that shit straight.
Oh,
But
yeah, man. You gotta get blessed together.
yeah, man. Where we at with it? I seen some up there if they're not affiliated with it.
Yeah, Born Ready 718 says if you're not affiliated with them, then why are y'all corresponding casually? And I was just saying, like, man, look, you could be corresponding casually, serving somebody randomly. Your man call you like, hey, come over here, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Now you just casually serving somebody, and then, you know, through somebody you think you know. And I mean, now what? If you get jammed for that, is that a situation where it's just like, oh, well, you know, I don't really know them people. Are you lying? Are you telling the truth? Or was you casually serving somebody and now your ass is casually getting locked the fuck up?
So are we talking about Melania still, or are we talking about snitching?
That's what he was commenting on, the Melania situation.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like, oh, wait a minute, I missed the whole
they
segment.
both play a part. Is Melania snitching, or is she a victim? You know?
And she said that in the interview. She said, I am not a victim of Epstein. That's what she said. So, you know, but she also called for all the members. She said they deserve their day in Congress and they should testify in Congress. Meanwhile, Todd Blanchard just took over the DOJ. He turned around and said, nah, this is over with. We ain't doing nothing else. And then 2 days later, Melania and Trump came out and said, yeah, they need to have their day.
Yeah, that's why you need to put some respect on her name. Just a little bit.
Man, I'm not putting no respect on her name. I'm not doing it.
You know, that's why you need to put a little bit of respect. Stop being such a disrespectful You know what?
Is it? Let me ask you this: is it respectful to just grab women by the P word?
Are you at the strip club?
No, I'm not at the strip club. No. But even if you're at the strip club, you can't do that.
You
You're
got
not
to
allowed to
ask
do.
first, though, right?
You can, yeah, you can ask. You can
Okay.
ask to do it. But you
How
probably
you know
gonna
he ain't asked, though?
you
How
probably
you
gonna get thrown out.
know? Was you there every time he grabbed?
No, but I was there to listen to the Access Hollywood tape when he said you can just do that
Access
because you're rich.
Hollywood. Come
The
on,
Access
fam.
Hollywood tape, he said you can just do that while you're rich. So
Maybe at the type of parties he be at with the rich. You know what I'm saying? Like I know some guys with a some
no,
zeros.
I'm not respecting a lady that has a disrespectful household.
Just like we said earlier, like with Diddy, right? He lived that lifestyle. So Diddy got parties with he grabbing everything, anything he want to grab. You know what I'm saying? So if Trump got the paper to do that, like, come on, family. I'm just saying he ain't grabbing them no more. He ain't doing that no more.
Man, nigga, 80 years old, man. Of course he not,
That's not his thing anymore. So if that was true, I don't know if it was true.
This nigga said, I knew when you heard Pam Bondi, it's gonna trigger you.
Yeah, it was gonna trigger. It was gonna bring a little twinkle to your earlobes.
I forgot what I was doing when I heard it. I said, "Oh yeah, that's right, that bitch." Yeah, but it's it is what it is, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna trade for somebody else, and we'll be talking about not the same type shit because we ain't never seen no shit like this. But it's always gonna be issues when it comes to, the president, the first lady. It's always gonna be something to talk about, and every step a president take, every step a first lady take, is scrutinized way more than any other person in the United States. So, that's just the way the game go. But I still stand on what I said about her though. That's my scrutinization.
Yeah, all that cap. But let's go ahead and move out to head out to the West, y'all. Check out this story. Sad story. But a lot of action though. A lot of action.
It all began with what was supposed to be a civil eviction order. It ended in the deaths of that deputy and his killer. A barrage of bullets and a deadly gun battle with a heavily armed man claims the life of a Tulare County Sheriff's deputy.
Or advise him to put down the gun and stay inside his residence. Shots fired. Officer down.
Cause I wanted to, did you hear something that they said in the beginning?
As far as what? Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the same report.
Let me make sure we get this.
It ended in the deaths of that deputy and his killer.
Hold up. We gotta run this back, y'all, because it was some important information. I don't think y'all heard this.
It all began with what was supposed to be a civil eviction order. It ended in the deaths of that deputy and his killer.
A civil eviction.
Yeah.
It's just you ain't paid your mortgage, or maybe you renting. You ain't paid your rent.
You gotta get up out of there. It's like a repo. They repoed your house.
So that's eviction. That's somebody getting set out, right?
Right.
So we own property. We homeowners. We grown ups. We into real estate and all that good stuff. The deputy went to go serve an eviction, something that's standard for when people not paying their bills. You got to pay for it to stay in it. That's the American way. Even if you pay it off, you got to pay the taxes. So you never own it. Can't take this body with you. Can't take that with you either. Tough booby. Okay. However, this a simple eviction. A simple eviction. Where the deputy get killed and the person get killed too.
Yeah. In a gruesome way.
A barrage of bullets in a deadly gun battle with a heavily armed man claims the life of a Tulare County Sheriff's deputy.
Or advise him to put down the gun and stay inside his residence. Shots fired, shots fired. Officer down. Take cover. The barricade. Shots fired, shots fired. Officer down. No shots fired by the suspect.
After an hours-long standoff and repeated shootouts, the gunman finally taken down.
One of the Bearcats ran over him and killed him. We intentionally ran him over. Don't shoot at cops. You shoot at cops, we're going to run you over. He got run over. He got what he deserved.
The sheriff says 30
stood on business. Don't shoot at cops. I'm gonna say don't shoot at nobody. You know, unless you're in your house. Somebody come in your house, shoot at them.
Yeah, that's kind of what he did.
You know,
that's kind of what he did.
But legally though.
Well, he sat and waited for him. He knew they was coming.
Legally though, you know, legally though. Like he said don't shoot at cops. So even if the cops coming in your house, okay, you're not supposed to shoot at them. Because like he said, we're going to gun you down. He did say run. He kept it PG. But I already knew what that means.
Right. But and the thing about it was, it wasn't an eviction notice. It was the eviction. So that means you got the notice. You went to court. And they gave you a date for when they come to put your ass out. So you knew they was coming.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. I've been set out like that before, where the bank was, the person who was paying the rent to was in California. We was paying the rent to that person. That person
was getting the money. It wasn't paying the mortgage.
They wasn't paying the mortgage, right? So we ain't get the court date or none of that. They just showed up to the house the day to set us out. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no warning, no nothing. We ain't know what was going on. When I opened up the door, I ain't know what was going on. Nothing. You know?
Right, but they in this case, he knew the day was coming. It's documented. They knew he was coming.
You know, so like that's what I'm saying. But like you can get there, and I mean, I got kicked off the property that day. You know, because you know, I was young.
But that's a different circumstance too. And in that case, you was a victim of the same person that wasn't paying the bank.
Yeah, you know? but even in my youngness, my thing, I ain't want to shoot nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't want to on the officer. I really thought because the officer was black that, you know what I'm saying, we would have been able to, you know, once Ma explained to him what was going on, and you know, and everything was just like boom, 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 he would understand like, okay, this not their fault. You know, and that brother ain't had no love, you know what I'm saying? Like zero. He was like, look, I'm here to do my job and I'm setting y'all the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And they had a whole truckload of crackheads ready to just come in your house and move all your shit and set it on the curb. You know? So even then, all I was asking for just like, I was just like, bro, we ain't know. You know what I'm saying? And like, let us just go get a U-Haul truck so we ain't gotta set our shit on the street. You know?
Right. But that, you know, that's I mean, I think, you
but
know,
it's too late.
I see how that happens.
It's too late when they get there.
When they get there, yeah.
Yeah, when they get there and they ready to set your shit out, it's too late. It ain't no talking, it ain't no nothing.
Right. However,
you know?
this dude right here knew that they were coming. He had on body armor.
Maybe he didn't know that they was coming.
No. I watched. Listen, when I seen the lineup, I pulled the reports, not the reports. I pulled up all the media stuff, and I watched it. He had on body armor, and he was waiting for them. The deputy that got killed, he's a deputy / detective. the guy that's on the screen right now. He's a deputy / detective. He didn't get killed on the initial knocking on the door. He got killed once the SWAT team and everybody else got there. So when they was having the shootout, he got killed in the shootout once the responders arrived after the first shots was fired.
Oh wow! So he pulled up as the response team and just got hit in the melee.
Yes, yes. He wasn't the serving officer. He's a detective.
Damn, that's crazy. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? Like whoever is the serving officer, or this guy, this is horrible for this incident, for people to get set out for something, a civil situation where it's just like, look, man, you just gotta move.
And then obviously he came out the house. Dude had to come out the house. Bro, he got ran over by, I mean, it's pretty much the equivalent of a city tank, not a war tank, but the tanks that they use, the SWAT team use, state police use, and they ran over his ass, and that was it.
Yeah. So what you think? You think he deserved to get ran over?
I think yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say at that point, there's no, oh, they should have did it this way, or they should have did it that way. Nah, bro, you out there shooting, and then you shot at the first ones that showed up at the door. They fell back and called it back up. They said it was an all hands on deck. Every police officer for 20 miles stopped what they was doing. Police officer, any law enforcement and even from other counties they came. So it was one of those type of situations.
One of them joint command type joints. Let's finish running the tape real quick.
5-year-old Randy Hoppert, a 6-year veteran of the department, was shot and killed as detectives were serving an eviction notice at a home in Porterville between Bakersfield and Fresno. Investigators say the suspect, 59-year-old David Morales, was expecting law enforcement to arrive for the eviction and was lying in wait.
They were immediately met by a subject with a rifle. Gunfire immediately exchanged between the officers and our suspect.
The sheriff says Morales was armed with a high-powered rifle, the violent gun battle continuing throughout the day as negotiators tried every tactic to get him to give up.
Basically, he said he's going down in a blaze of glory and he ain't going down peacefully. He made that very well known.
He says when Morales finally left the home dressed in tactical gear and camouflage, hiding in neighbors' yards and firing at armored vehicles, the decision was made to run him over. Deputy Hoppert died at the hospital, leaving a department and his family devastated, all due to the actions of one man.
He created this, and we have a 4-month-old baby that will never know his or her father. This is senseless.
Hell yeah, it's senseless, man. A little moment of silence for that officer that lost his life. Yes, indeed. Condolences to the family. That's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
and yeah, man, a bullet can't stop a tank.
Nah.
A bullet can't stop a tank.
Nah, he definitely and he's an old dude too, man. You know what I'm saying? Older, not old, but older. And I just I don't know if he was just like on wits end, like ain't nobody taking nothing else from me, or what the case may be. But you heard they said that he was lying and waiting. He was waiting for the day to come for them to show up, which was that day, yesterday, and do what he did. And he's gone. I mean, and at the end of the day, if you can go out like that. I mean, when you got 50 police officers, law enforcement on your street or more, you don't get away from that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to end one or two ways. You're going to jail or you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? And he took the life of somebody that was honestly out there doing their job for his mismanagement. And I ain't gonna say mismanagement, but I am gonna say mismanagement because at the end of the day, he did know that they was coming, so he been to court and knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is of his mismanagement of his own personal finances,
right?
Of him not valuing having a place to live. you know, and prioritizing a roof over his head, you know, like food, clothing, and shelter, just some basic three necessities. Yeah, he wasn't prioritizing that if you in foreclosure or eviction. You know what I'm saying? Like
Definitely.
stuff does happen, yeah, but I mean, you're supposed to prepare yourself. Like that's the thing when we buy stuff that we can't afford.
And you know the thing about it with that whole process there, it didn't happen overnight.
Because if you can't keep it, then you can't afford it.
You can't afford it, but
yeah,
but it didn't happen overnight. You know, it's not like it was a thing where, you know, just last week, you know, he got behind. You know, he had to be behind for a couple of months before the eviction papers was even filed. You know what I'm saying? So once they filed those, then he had to wait to go to court for the court date, and then the court still gave him more time. Say, hey, we're coming on this day to put you out. So he had at least 2 months, maybe 3. You know what I'm saying?
However long he had, he was like he going in a blaze of glory.
Right, but I mean, come on, you didn't pay the bill,
and he went full collard greens on it.
But listen,
he went out in a can of glory. Collard greens.
Listen to how this
black
sounds.
eyed peas.
You didn't have money for your mortgage, but you had money for tactical gear, bulletproof vests, high power rifles.
He might have bought that, but that's now.
You can sell it. You can sell guns are a lot right now.
He might have had that before, you know, and and he probably just didn't. You know, he might even have some mental issues or something. I'm gonna go with he had a mental issue, trying to figure that shit out. I'm gonna go with he had a mental issue, and he wasn't diagnosed. He wasn't getting the mental health treatment that he deserved. It cost the officer their life. It cost a child their father. A wife, their husband, you know, and it's a horrible thing, sad, and like you said, like, you know, people gotta do better with their finances, man, because
the police department had the medicine for him for his diagnosis, and it was called Again.
Again.
And he definitely took that dose.
Yeah,
So.
I thought they was out there serving smash burgers.
Yeah. He got smashed. He definitely got. I mean, I really can't. I mean, you know, I can say condolences to his family, you know, but I mean, I really don't. To the officer family and to the
officer family
and to the guy's family, the family, not the guy.
I mean,
you know, I don't have no. I really don't have too much remorse for the guy himself. You know what I'm saying?
But human, but you know,
the family.
He put himself in that position. It's kind of hard, like, you know, sometimes, you know, like he wanted to die. He didn't want to learn a lesson and correct himself and be a better version and go forward. He expressed that, and he got what he wanted that day. He even pushed it to the limit for him to be able to get that type of response, because the only way that it was going to not be that is if when they came, he would have quietly moved his stuff out, or if he would have fake bucked and then they would have just put him in, you know, some cuffs or something and maced him or tased him and locked his ass up. But when you start sending them hot balls out like that, man, come on. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, some people their achievements, success, and the things they gain, it honestly, but it can become your whole identity. And then, you know, being threatened to have those things taken away can make that person snap in the way that normal people
they not being taken away. He lost it.
Right.
He lost it.
I mean, yeah. I'm not.
He fumbled it. Right. Remember that thing you said, the personal accountability for.
You know, I'm not. So I mean, that's you know, maybe I used the wrong words, but what I'm saying is
completely.
What I'm saying is that he decided that he could not cope after that day. He knew from the day that they came to evict him, the next day he can't cope with that next day, because his life has changed and everything that he thought was his ain't his. You see what I'm saying? And he went out with the chief say in the blaze of glory.
Yeah,
you know,
the blaze of glory.
You know, and that's the way he decided to
And
go
a
out.
can of glory.
Yeah, box of glory, you know, bag of
Can
glory.
of glory. You know about them glory? What you know about them cans of glory? Collard green.
Glory greens. Hey, glory greens is the best canned collard greens.
Man, talk
They're the
about
best canned collard greens.
We ain't gonna say that now. Y'all okay? Glory collard greens okay. We ain't gonna give them that until they give us a check. And let's go ahead and move on to this last joint right here. We got the victim versus the snitch breakdown. So, you know, I'll let you lead the way. The victim versus the snitch, man. What you got?
The victim versus the snitch. Let's start it with the old lady on the porch.
Okay.
The old lady on the porch just seeing the YNs, the old ends, and all them ends living to wits end out there on the corner, and some shit go out there on the corner, and police knocking on the door to find out what's going on, and the old lady say what she saw. She's not snitching.
Man, that old lady snitching because she done bought some dope from somebody out there on that corner. If she sit on
She ain't buy no dope.
She bought some reefer from somebody out there.
How you know? Man, grandma ain't buy no reefer. We ain't never seen grandma buy no reefer.
But our grandma wasn't no sit on the porch type woman because she was busy at work.
She was,
then when she won at work, then she was doing something. She was busy with a fraternal or with the stars, or she was in the house cooking.
Let me ask you this: if we
keeping the house tight, cooking,
look,
cleaning up, doing something.
If we pull up on grandma tomorrow about 1 o'clock, probably a high probability it's a nice day. She gonna be sitting on the porch. You know what I'm saying? See, grandma.
Because you talking about somebody 94 years old now.
I said grandma, nigga. I ain't say what age it was.
I'm just saying
grandma.
But salute, grandma just turned 94. But that's what I'm saying though. But grandma is 94 now. And how long she been retired? But when we talking about her active years, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but we not talking about that. We talking about. I said we gonna start off with a grandma sitting on the porch. We won't talk about if she working. We won't talk about none of that.
But grandmas be 40 now. Grandmas be 35 nowadays. You see what I'm saying? And they got different names. They Nana and they this or
aunties and all that crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
But listen,
grandmas be young now. So like, what grandmas? You talking about grandma that's back in the day? Our grandma, we 50 years old. Our grandmama, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't like these grandma, ain't like our cousin who grandma.
Imagine in your head when you see okay, not our grandma. Imagine in your head when somebody say
our cousin
grandma. I'm talking about a grandma on the porch. A grandma on the porch.
Grew up in the 90s, you know, like they were born in the 70s.
Okay, so let's say it's a 40-year-old
80s and 90s.
Look, let's say it's a 40-year-old grandma, and she got a 20-year-old daughter, and that daughter got a 2-year-old son. Okay, boom. She's still a grandma. She's 40 years old. She still get up and go to work. She might work from fucking home.
Let's make her 37. Let's just make her 37. Let's make her 37.
Let's make her 30.
Whatever. The scenario sounds better. Listen, 37, her daughter 20.
Whatever floats your boat. Okay. She's 37.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
She's 37. She got a job with Capital One, and they working from home. She ain't even got to get up and go into the office. These hooligans is out here on the corner, at the end of the cul-de-sac, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Right. And they just cutting up.
In the hood though. Let's be clear. She lives in the hood, right? Because this is the only time that this type of ignorance goes on. Right?
No.
False. I just came to your neighborhood and it was 2 young white children playing basketball peacefully in a quiet community when I rode through there. You know what I'm saying? Reminded me of where I live. You know.
But
I mean,
that doesn't say that up the street.
Nah, fam.
William and Bertha don't have some kind of situation where, you know, a domestic dispute and somebody lose their life, and the grandmother, the 37-year-old grandmother, sees what happened down the street, and she be like, yeah, they always fucking arguing.
Okay.
She ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Is that snitching? And the police knocked on her door for information into the unaliving of the person down the street.
What did she see?
Did she see?
Did she see it?
She probably didn't because it was in the house, but she did
No. Your scenario.
she has information. She has
Hold up, though. No,
information
she
that
don't
they're
have no
always
information.
arguing.
No, she don't. But everybody know they always arguing if they be outside with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like
But the thing is
they don't
she
even
snitching?
care. They don't even care that their neighbors know that they argue. You know what I'm saying? So like they don't even have no respect for where they at. Because if you have a wife who you talking about, they life partners, whatever their situation is, they could be domestic, whatever, however their relationship look. If they outside in the front of their house and they live in a nice community and they arguing all like that, you know what I'm saying? They don't really respect where they live at because they don't care if the neighbors know that they ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
So check this out. So if it's me, let's get rid of grandma, the 37-year-old grandma. Let's get rid of her. It's me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that William and Jonah, I just made those names up. They don't live in my neighborhood. Down the street, they arguing. All of a sudden, Jonah killed William. Right?
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, but the police knock on my door. Doom, 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 doom. And they ask the question, be like, oh yeah, shit, they always arguing. Am I snitching? Am I snitching on Jonah for killing William? If I say that,
yeah, kind of.
How? I ain't had nothing to do with none of that. You know what I'm saying?
But you could have been like, I don't know them people. Like, we don't really speak too much, or I see them coming and going, but that's about it. But I don't know what they got going on.
But I'm snitching because I said they always arguing.
I mean, you're contributing to the negative narrative that is some drama, some domestic shit that be going on there. Like,
it's a dead nigga down the street. It's already a negative narrative.
Like
what you mean?
But that's like you be on some peeking out your window. Ooh, like you a nosy ass neighbor, always worried about what your neighbors got going on. That's
Nigga,
like saying
if you live in the neighborhood,
the
neighborhood, you're going to see shit happens. You don't have to be.
That's like saying, but it is though, cause and this where I'm coming from.
No.
This where I'm coming from with it. All right. A person you could be a really private person.
Such as myself.
Right. And a person could not know what you got going on personally because they don't see it daily, right? So you could be in your house. You could be a person who stays in the house. And I use this because something happened online in my community. And the person, instead of talking about the issue, they tried to talk about like the visitors I have or who I associate with, you know. And the thing is like, my friends is my friends. They not yours. We don't have the same friends. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk to the same people. We don't hang in the same circles because you're not my peer. You know what I'm saying? So a person could do that and assume things and not because they don't know nothing about you. So if the police come asking about something because something happened, you honestly, unless you've seen that, you know what I'm saying? Unless you've seen that, unless you've actually, you know, like I heard a person standing outside my house before talking all loud about their relationship and everything like that, right? But I wasn't asking to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was so loud, like it was on purpose trying, you know, it was what it is it's not caring about exercising some privacy about handling your own personal business.
So you heard it anyway.
I heard it, right? So I heard it anyway, right? Because I ain't had no choice, and you know, I'm minding my business, but I'm not going to yell out hey, can you take your personal business back inside the house? You know what I mean? But people that automatically don't have no respect for their own privacy do stuff like that. It's not, and I'm not trying to talk down about nobody or generalize, but I'm just saying that's their actions because they don't mind getting loud in front of anybody or getting loud in front of.
So if they put their business in the street, how is it wrong if their business is being repeated?
Because I'm saying, like, so if something happens tragic, like your scenario, you know what I mean? Even if the police came and asked me, did I know the people? I'd be like, other than being neighborly, like, yeah, they cool. But I'm not gonna be on some old now, oh yeah, they used to be arguing all the time and they used to be this and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't want to even know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
You don't
because
even
I
want to.
I could be having a debate with
You don't
my
even police
with
knocking
my
at your door. I get it.
I could be having debates with the way me and my wife handle things. We don't conduct ourselves like that. So we could have disagreements and shit. We could have a disagreement every day of the freaking week. You know what I'm saying? And nobody know about it outside the house but us.
Right. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
You know what I mean? Nobody knows what's going on with us but just us, because we live in it and we don't need to be loud and be boisterous, and we got self-control to where we don't even conduct ourselves like that with each other. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm saying some people, they conduct themselves like that, you know, but I still wouldn't. And no, you're not snitching. I'm gonna say you're not snitching, but I am gonna say you're not minding your business.
You're not minding your business, and
You
that's
know?
now that is a difference. So minding your business is no matter what happens. It didn't happen here. I don't know nothing. Leave me the fuck alone. And that's minding your business.
And I'm saying you ain't gotta be on. You know, you ain't gotta be disrespectful or rude with them people either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be like, you know, minding your effing business, but leave me. Don't ask me no effing questions. But it could just still be just like, nah, like, you know, you just high and by.
Okay.
That's really it. Like, that's just high and by. That's sad. That's unfortunate. That's crazy. Do I got to worry about my property value going down now that there's been a fucking murder around here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, look.
Yeah.
So run the scenario of counting money at Auntie's house.
Which one you running?
What was it? You what was it? Niggas pull a jukes or whatever. And then they go back to Auntie house. And they go back to Auntie house and they count the money.
Okay.
Auntie like, what y'all, yeah, go ahead, do it. Finish that job.
So you and your homeboy, your family member, whoever it is, you go back to your, you know, you do something in the street. You come back to your auntie house, and now you sitting there, you count up your money in front of auntie. All right. Or if y'all got, you know, if let's say if it was whatever the type of heist was, or the theoretical, you know, was whatever the prize is that you got away with. So you coming back, now you sitting there, and auntie like, where y'all get that from? You like, and you, of course you lie. All right. But then auntie takes some of the money, right? She's like, give me some of the money, give me some money. So you give her some money. But then later on you get found out, and then, you know, they come knocking at auntie door, and auntie started telling everything. Yeah, they had some money. They was in here counting it. They had this. They had the jewelry. They had Gucci Man ring. They had Gucci Man necklace, his Rolex.
They was acting real shiesty.
They was acting real shiesty, but they want shit. But I did take some of the money though. They offered me some of the money. They told me they got it from working. They said they was working somewhere, and you know, but that's it, you know. So is she snitching?
No.
Yeah, she snitching.
No.
Because she took some of the money.
But she was unaware of where the money came from. She didn't know where the money came from.
Now
They told her she got it from
when the
work.
police showed up and asked for her nephews.
Yeah, she said they told them they got the money from, you know, they said they got the money from working, and they gave me some money. So they gave
now when she sat down and lit her cigarette and talked to the detectives to find out what they was looking for.
Got some money, you know, and then when they told her what the money was from and why they was there, she said she spent the money, but it was still in her bosom. Oh, auntie, she ain't gonna let that money up. But nah, that's not snitching, man.
No, she's not snitching.
Yeah, that's not snitching.
She's not snitching. No. You know.
No. Now, if you do something with someone else, you know, and you get off, I mean, and that person the other person get caught, and that person tell on the other person, that's snitching all day. That's textbook snitching.
Yeah.
You know, if you are aware of the crime now, we can take that same scenario with auntie. If auntie knew where the money came from, and she took it.
If she set up the lick, if she set the jokes
not even set it up. But when she came in and said, "Where y'all get that money from?" "Oh, we just did a jukes." And Auntie take the money, and then Auntie tell, Auntie just snitched. You know what I'm saying? You got to be somewhat complicit in it, because, like you said, there's a difference between minding your business and snitching. And you threw one in there the other day when me and you was talking, telling. You know, so telling is different.
Telling what's telling. There, bro, bust that down. What's telling?
Telling me you ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. You pretty much you the old lady on the porch, and you tired of shit going crazy in the neighborhood, and you done told it. You ain't snitching on nobody, snitching. Because you don't have nothing to do with their illegal activity. You just you're a concerned citizen at that point.
Yeah, but you still telling.
You still telling.
Yeah, you telling.
And the street and unfortunately is a very thin, very thin line in the streets with telling and snitching, and some people can't differentiate the two. So you might get a snitch stitch for telling. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Hell nah, we ain't promoting that that ignorant ass snuff.
No, but that's what it is. I mean, you know, people.
No, it's not.
No, because
it's because it may have been that back in the day when you before you had the grays in the bed, it might have been that. I'm trying to tell you, because everybody's telling now. Everybody, it's no more codes or the nothing. And then when you look at, allegedly, I don't know these things, right?
No, what I'm saying, people can't differentiate.
When we look at, if they saying 50 Cent told, T.I. told, Big Meech told, Young Thug told, Gucci Mane told, who else they saying told, 6ix9ine told,
everybody
told, this person told, that person told, they done told on this. What's my man? Queso Daddy done told on them, and
so listen. So if grandma looking out the window, if the grandmother is looking out the window,
crazy,
and she sees who's breaking into all the cars in the neighborhood, and her car get broken into, and then when her car get broken into, she call the people. She tell the people. When I say the people, the police. She tell the people. Yeah, I know these kids down the street be breaking into the cars. I don't think she's snitching. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think she's snitching either. She telling, and she should be telling on they bad ass.
Right. Yeah. She's telling.
Yeah, she's telling. And she's a concerned citizen because she doesn't want, for one, her property value to be decreasing from theft calls.
Or her shit getting stolen, period.
Or even her vehicle being a potential, theft, being a victim of theft. So yeah, like, I mean, in the communities, if you want to act like a community, then there needs to be mutual respect for everybody's stuff. That's the first thing. That's one of the first rules to the community. It's like mutual respect amongst everybody's stuff, because we all here in this one space, and we privileged to be here because everybody ain't here, like we can go across town and see, or we can go to another whatever, and we can see people that ain't living, if we want to I always say, if we want to compare down, that's what people typically do first. It's always easy to do that. People have a tough time comparing up because they don't want to strive that high. But comparing down is super easy, because you can go to a lower income area somewhere in your vicinity if you live somewhere that's a slightly higher income area than that, right. and you can see the difference in the people, in the neighborhoods, in the communities, in the interactions and everything, so people should value that first. And in that type of scenario, that's where I would see that becoming a value, because somebody else would have called, or somebody else would have said something about, in today's day, if you got a community post or something, a chat, like they're going to be chatting and posting, hey, blah, 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 this was going on.
Yeah. The Ring, hey, look, the Ring camera right now is the biggest snitch ever. I get the Ring alerts that I get, not from my Ring, but just from the surrounding area. Like it's like 24/7 surveillance around your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying.
And they snitching. They snitching on Ring. They telling everything.
And it's good. It's good that, like for safety, because people get up. If you live in the area where
they telling on Ring.
People get up and go to work. They work for their stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that nobody is snitching ever when you're trying to protect others around you and you're trying to do stuff that's communal. What I think is a lot of people have neighborhood mindsets. So because things is cliquish, people looking for agreeable stuff, and when you're not a person who looks for, I don't need to be liked to be right about a wrong. What I've maintained is that, for one, the truth is always going to beat a lie any single day. And, being comfortable with being yourself and understanding where you at. A lot of people don't know where they at when they go from, they don't never think about their struggle to appreciate where they at,
Right. A lot of people, they take their struggle with them to the next place when they should have left some of that shit behind, because you don't need to take that baggage with you sometimes.
Because you don't need to take that baggage with you. I always say that, like 3-bedroom is a standard house. 4, 5, 6 bedrooms, that's mini mansion. Anything else after that is a mansion. So it's like you don't take a ghetto mindset to a mini mansion.
Yeah, we spoke on that a few shows ago. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look where you is. It's a level. If you done moved up from them levels, the only next level is 7 bedrooms or more. That's always a mansion. Like, I don't care where you at. You're from Central South America, Turkey, Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, then you get older, be ready to downgrade to a flat where you ain't got to climb no damn steps.
You know what I'm saying? Give me a 2-bedroom, baby. Where I can walk out and put my toes in the sand.
Yeah, well, that's that's pretty much on the snitching and ratting. Snitch, and I think we came to a conclusion. Snitching and ratting is pretty much the same thing. One is a little bit older. One term is older than the other, pretty much. But it's all that shit the same. So I mean, it's I think really, as you get older, and not even older, but just wise, you just stay away from situations where you gotta be snitched on or be a snitch. Stay the fuck out the way.
I know.
It's simple as that.
That's why I say, like, man, pick friends who don't have, if you got some people who feel that way, it's okay. Hold on, keep them. I ain't telling nobody who to pick their friends, but from an older person perspective, who done not just been in it but done some stuff, man, pick your friends. Like, when you get to a certain age, you need to pick different friends. The type of people you hang around, like this, they say it's cliche, but it's not. The type of people, if you hang around 10 broke people, you're gonna be the 11th. If you hang around 10 successful people, you will be the 11th. So if you hang around 10 low vibrational people that do this, do that, boom, boom, boom type stuff, boom, you're gonna be low vibrational. You hang around 10 high vibrational people, it's sure to radiate.
Yeah, it's gonna radiate, definitely.
And if you hang around 10 snitches, then you're probably gonna be the 11th. And if you hang around 10 victims, then you're probably gonna be
nigga. If you hang around 10 snitches, you in trouble. Your ass in trouble.
You probably locked up.
Oh yeah. You hang around 10 snitches, you in jail.
Yeah,
prison.
Yeah,
I got you.
There you go.
All right. Well, shit, I gotta jump on this road in the morning, man. We gonna ride up to Luray and
yeah. I'm gonna go see one of our little cousins play in this championship game, man. Playing football, man, doing this thing. And I'm gonna go check out his football game. We're gonna jump on that. But yeah, tonight, y'all, we had rapper Offset and Lil Tjay gambling that turns violent. It's crazy. And people gotta do better. Like we said, Offset, man, if he got a gambling problem, man, it's you get you some help for that. Diddy files. Diddy files an appeal, you know. We don't know if he coming home early or not, but we'll cover it. You know, right now it's released for 2028. So we'll see if that date changes. Then we got the first lady denying any connections with Epstein, you know, other than casual conversation. Okay. That's
casual correspondence.
Casual correspondence. That's what it was. Yeah, casual correspondence. That was slick, whoever wrote that. Then we had the California deputy, unfortunately killed in the eviction shootout standoff. They hit him with the tank. So rest in peace to that deputy, and condolences and love to the family of the victim in that. And then y'all, we talked about, you know, victims and snitches, and you know, just tried to draw a line in the sand, because there's a lot of stuff out here right now where people be thinking that you know, they don't have the lines clear on this victim and this snitching stuff, all these street codes in the way. Everybody trying to be super tough. But that's all we got for y'all, man. Smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas. Everybody have a peaceful, positive, and productive rest of your weekend, and we'll see y'all next time. I'm Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV.
And I'm Cold Seasons.
And we are the Brunch Fellas. Peace, cuz.
Peace.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016, 160 self-sustainability. Jump on the list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
Love ain't always easy, and we won't stop until we get it right. So bring that ass to the Love Speak podcast. Subscribe today and let your love speak at TLS Podcast. The Love Speak, now streaming on YouTube. At the Veteran Kettle Podcast, we thank you for your service, support, and sacrifice to our country. Listen to real stories of adversity and triumph as we give our best to honor our vets. Subscribe today and watch episodes now streaming on YouTube at TVK Podcast, The Veteran Kettle. Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at DBCHEFTV.com.